the shadowy realm of espionage, where secrets hold more power than any weapon. There is an entity that operates with such secrecy, its existence is known only to a select few. But what if I told you there is a secret organization with a bigger bank account than some countries whose every move remains hidden from the prying eyes of the world? Well, buckle up, because we're about to take you on a wild ride through the covert world of spy games, where billion-dollar budgets meet top-secret missions. Welcome back to our channel, your place for all the war stories and events all over the world. In today's video, we'll be discussing Chapter 4, CIA Funded in the Shadows. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing content. Also, stick around until the end of the video to learn about something shocking that no one else has been talking about. As we journey through this intricate labyrinth of deception, we'll uncover how billions of dollars have been funneled into the CIA's black budget, allowing them to carry out covert operations that can influence governments, shape world events, and even topple dictatorships. Okay? And believe me, you won't want to miss this. But first, let's set the stage for our thrilling tale. Imagine a world where every move you make is shrouded in secrecy, where every decision carries the weight of national security, and where every dollar spent could change the course of history. This is the world of the Central Intelligence Agency, or CIA, an organization so secretive its very existence was once classified. Founded in 1947, the CIA was created to gather intelligence and conduct covert operations around the world. But as the Cold War began heating up, so did the CIA's budget. By the 1950s, the agency had grown exponentially, carrying out everything from psychological warfare to regime change operations. And as we delve deeper into Chapter 4, we'll discover just how much power money can bring. The CIA's black budget is a classified fund used for covert activities that would be illegal or unethical if carried out in the open. While the agency's overall budget is subject to congressional approval, the black budget remains shrouded in secrecy. As a result, it's difficult to know exactly how much money the CIA has at its disposal. However, declassified documents and news reports have revealed some staggering figures. For example, in 2018, it was revealed that the CIA had spent over $1 billion on a single covert operation targeting Iran's nuclear program, and that's just one example of the agency's massive spending. So what exactly does the CIA spend its money on? Well, one way the CIA has funded its activities is through the use of shell companies, cutouts, and front organizations. For example, the agency has used shell companies to purchase equipment or services without revealing its true identity. They've also used cutouts, which are organizations created specifically to carry out covert activities on behalf of the CIA. Additionally, the CIA has used front organizations, which are legitimate businesses or groups that are used as a cover for its covert operations. These methods allow the CIA to operate with greater secrecy and can help to protect its assets and personnel. Let us delve deeper into the world of espionage and explore how the CIA's funding has shaped some of its most covert missions. One of the most famous examples of the CIA's covert operations is its involvement in the overthrow of Iranian Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh in 1953. Mossadegh had been elected in free elections, but he soon became a thorn in the side of the U.S. government when he nationalized Iran's oil industry. The CIA saw this as a threat to American interests in the region, and so it hatched a plan to remove him from power. Operation Ajax, as it came to be known, is a joint operation between the CIA and MI6, the British intelligence service. The plan involved bribing key members of the Iranian army and planting false evidence that suggested Mossadegh was planning a coup d'etat. The CIA also orchestrated a series of bombings and other acts of violence to create a climate of fear and instability. Eventually, the plotters carried out a successful coup, deposing Mossadegh and installing a new leader who was more favorable to the U.S. and Britain. While the CIA's role in the coup has been heavily criticized, It's undeniable that the agency's funding played a critical role in making it happen. Let's now travel to Guatemala and explore another covert operation that changed the course of history. In the early 1950s, the CIA became concerned about the growing power of the Arbenz government in Guatemala. The CIA saw Arbenz as a communist sympathizer and feared that he was turning the country towards the Soviet Union. So the agency began a campaign to destabilize his government, which included a boycott of Guatemalan coffee, economic sanctions, and a propaganda campaign to discredit Arbenz. But the CIA knew that these tactics alone would not be enough to bring down Arbenz, so it turned to more covert means. In 1954, the CIA launched Operation PB Success, planned to overthrow Arbenz and install a new government in its place. The operation involved a small team of CIA operatives who landed in Guatemala and carried out sabotage missions against key infrastructure targets. Meanwhile, the CIA also enlisted the help of local Guatemalan exiles who carried out a series of attacks against government officials and installations. The plan was a success, and Arbenz was eventually forced to flee the country, ending his leftist experiment in Guatemala. Once again, the CIA's funding proved critical to the success of the mission. The CIA has also used its funding to support rebel groups and paramilitary organizations around the world. For example, during the Cold War, the agency provided funding to anti-communist groups in countries such as Angola, Afghanistan, and Nicaragua. In some cases, the CIA provided direct financial support to rebel leaders and groups. In others, the agency funneled money through front organizations or shell companies. One of the most controversial examples of the CIA's support for rebel groups was in Nicaragua, where the agency funded the Contras, a right-wing paramilitary force that was fighting against the leftist Sandinista government. Despite widespread criticism and legal restrictions, the CIA continued to support the Contras, providing them with weapons, training, and funding. The support helped the Contras launch a successful campaign against the Sandinistas, ultimately leading to the overthrow of the government. So as we can see, the CIA has used its vast funding to carry out covert operations that have had a profound impact on world events. From regime change to supporting rebel groups, the agency has used its resources to further American interests and contain the spread of communism. But as we wrap up our discussion of Chapter 4, it's important to remember that the CIA's funding is not unlimited. In fact, the agency's budget is subject to scrutiny and oversight by the U.S. government and the public. Nevertheless, the CIA's black budget remains shrouded in secrecy, making it difficult to know how much money the agency has to spend on covert activities. Despite this, we can be sure that the CIA's funding plays a critical role in its ability to carry out its mission, and that the agency is always looking for new ways to use its resources to further American interests. Now that you know how the CIA uses its funding, it's time to turn the tables and put your knowledge to the test. We've got a quiz that will challenge your understanding of Chapter 4 in the world of espionage. Test your knowledge and see how much you've learned. We hope you enjoyed learning more about the CIA and its covert operations. If you're interested in this topic, we highly recommend checking out these related resources for more information. That's all for today, folks. We hope you enjoyed this journey into the shadowy world of the CIA and its covert operations. Remember, if you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting content. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.